You are about to get wrecked. Don't buy this fear. Don't buy the altcoin crash. I've asked people in the community, are you buying this altcoin crash? And the majority said yes, 52%. But there are very good reasons to stay away. There's a good chance you have never seen this chart over here. This shows the altcoin market dominance. Now there's no such thing directly available on TradingView, so we have to come up with a pretty complex formula. And I don't want to bore you too much, but basically we are looking at cryptocurrencies market cap except Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we do subtract the market caps of various altcoins, of DAI, of Tether, of USDC, and also of BUSD. So we look at all those volatile altcoins minus the stable coins, and then we look at this in relation to all of crypto. So how are the altcoins doing in aggregate? What's the altcoin dominance? And the long-term chart is this one over here. And what can we see here? First of all, it's currently at 18%. So the volatile altcoins really aren't that big actually. But what I find even more important here is that this is going down since May of 2021. We used to be at 37%. Now this has been cut in half basically. When did this rally? This rallied at the beginning of 2021 for roughly 5 months. Why did the altcoins during this time rally? And why are they likely not going to rally from here? The altcoins rallied at the beginning of 2021 because Bitcoin at that time already went up by 1,200%, from roughly $3,000 to $42,000. And at that point, when you looked at the very long-term chart of Bitcoin, right? The one over here, where you connect those tops, you connect those bottoms, and now zooming out, you're at this point over here. You don't necessarily feel like going hard on Bitcoin, right? But at the same time, you see all this bullish momentum. Everybody wants to get into crypto. There are record downloads for the Coinbase app. Every friend left and right asks you what to buy in crypto. And so you're looking for the next best thing after Bitcoin. And so that's when the altcoins perform. At the end of a bull run. That's when risk taking is at its top. People look for the next best opportunity. Why is this so important? Because in general, in crypto, you do want to allocate your money to wherever the best risk versus reward is. Even though altcoins might go up in US dollar valuations, they are likely going to underperform Bitcoin because most of the time they do, right? This is what this chart is saying. Most of the time, altcoins are not doing as well. This year was Bitcoin and Ethereum outperforming the alts. And if you take away these 5 months, then again, the altcoins underperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. And so are we now in a situation where there is mass excitement, where a lot of people made money with Bitcoin, where they're looking for the next best risk on opportunity? Of course, the answer is no. People are scared and people say, maybe this is an opportunity because there is blood in the streets, right? Buy when everybody is fearful. Be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. This is a famous quote by Warren Buffett. But it doesn't necessarily always work like this. People accumulate Bitcoin during times of fear. People buy the asset that tends to be the safest, that they can hold over the long term, where they can be pretty much independent of the holding duration. If you don't know if crypto turns around next year or in 2 years or in 3 years, are you really going to buy the altcoin that inflates by 30 or 40% per annum in terms of token inflation? You're rather going to buy the safe asset that's probably not going to get outlawed, that doesn't have too much token inflation. And this is one narrative among many, but it is backed by data. Here, look at this, right? This chart here starts in September of 2019, and the altcoins became a less important part of all of crypto. September of 2019. From September 2019 to the beginning of 2021, the crypto market actually went up. It went up by 300% roughly. Bitcoin went up by 300%, but the altcoins did worse than that. This is something super counterintuitive because usually one might think, okay, when crypto is going up, there is inherent leverage, right? When things go up, then the altcoins should go up more. And so when there's a bear market, you should buy rather the altcoins than Bitcoin because those are probably going to outperform once things recover. But that's not what we see. We see the altcoins only outperforming once Bitcoin has already rallied. So what's actually happening is the crypto market as a whole gets hammered during the bear market and it recovers because of the Bitcoin maximalists. It recovers because of the people that continue to dollar cost average into Bitcoin. It does not recover because of the people that buy the altcoins. The altcoins are not outperforming. They only outperform during times of absolute maximum hype. That's when you want to be in altcoins. You don't want to be in altcoins at any other time. You rather want to be betting on falling prices. And that's what I personally am doing. I am betting on altcoins to depreciate versus Bitcoin. And this is a plan that usually works very well. Rarely do we have rallies here, right? These rallies are not significant at all. 20% over here outperformance of the altcoins versus Bitcoin. Another 18% or 19% over here. This is a very constant underperformance. And of course, with the recent SEC actions, this has accelerated again. This was nice for us, right? I've got a premium channel where I share all the altcoin shorts that I do, where I bet on falling prices of altcoin and I explain how I do this. So even though I don't agree what the SEC is doing here, betting on falling relative underperformance of altcoins relative to Bitcoin was already a winning strategy way before that. And this is simply just looking at the aggregate of the altcoins. There is good altcoins and there is bad altcoins. Very few might be outperforming Bitcoin. The aggregate itself underperforms. If you now had to bet on especially poor altcoins, right? Altcoins that especially inflate in supply, or altcoins that doesn't have a lot of development behind them anymore, altcoins that have more and more competition and the competition is outperforming whatever was the incumbent before. If you have these kinds of things going on, then you might be even doing better than what is implied by this chart. And this is the mistake I want you to not do. Don't buy the altcoins because there's now maximum fear. It does not work like this. Altcoins outperform during times of maximum hype, maximum excitement. Even though things might look cheap now, don't be part of the majority that ends up losing. Do the exact opposite. Take advantage of the fact that most altcoins are actually set up against the retail investor. Most altcoins simply just help the early backers, the early team, the VCs that in the end cash out whenever there's a listing, for example, on a centralized exchange. They dump on retail, they make all the money, and in the end, retail investors just end up underperforming. There are ways to making money in this market, but it's not picking an altcoin. It's not hoping for a turnaround of something that went down 80 or 90%. When the crypto market recovers, Bitcoin recovers first. Bitcoin dominance goes up. Altcoin dominance goes down. This is the time to bet on relative undervaluation of altcoins. And of course, I don't have a crystal ball either, and I might be wrong, but this is one of the strongest opinions that I have on crypto. I've been around for quite a while, and it is also where I put my own money and where I put the money, or at least the advice, for the premium members. Now, making money with falling prices is actually easier than making money from rising prices. And that's because of the return distribution in crypto. Very few altcoins outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. The vast majority has very poor tokenomics. It has expanding token supply. It doesn't have enough people jumping onto the project. It has a lot of potential competition, and that makes most altcoins underperform. So it is easier to bet on falling prices of the poorest altcoins than it is to find the needle in the haystack, to find the one altcoin that might do better than Bitcoin. If you just select a random altcoin out of the top 100, chances are that you're going to do worse than Bitcoin. The chances are probably above 80%. So it's easier to generate alpha on top of just holding Bitcoin by betting on falling prices of poor performers. And the first time where I did this very publicly on the YouTube channel was with the Pancake Swap token. So this is the chart, Cake relative to BNB. It really crashed. And we totally anticipated this crash more than 50% because of the unlock of the staking program of Cake. Now you don't have to trust me, simply just look at the history in Premium here with the keyword Cake. We talked about this all the time, starting even from the 3rd of January 2023. So this was over here. And so this is how I handle my videos. I never delete any Premium video. I never delete any YouTube video. You can track back what I've said in the past and simply look at how this ages. And I'm for sure not right all the time, but since statistics are in our favor when we bet on falling prices, I am more often right than wrong when it comes to shorting altcoins. Now here's another example. This is Filecoin. This is falling relative to Bitcoin. It's still an open position. Then we've got Optimism. I have talked about this Optimism short already on YouTube and I still keep that open. I don't think that as to date, which is the 5th of June 2023, that the team and the early backers have already sold. Most of the price depreciation we see so far is probably from short speculative money such as us. There's also other very profit-making positions. This one, for example, I'm not going to disclose this openly now. This is part of Premium. Here's another one that we expect to very soon go further down. Again, part of Premium. And so that's why the relatively high price of $75 per month is worth it. There is real alpha, real outperformance in the Premium membership. If you've got $5,000 that you're willing to dedicate to crypto investments, then I'm very sure that the money that you spend on Premium will more than make up for it. The crypto market is simply that inefficient. It's way easier to beat crypto than it is, for example, the stock market, where there's now so many professional investors already in it. But I do understand how spending $75 on a monthly subscription might feel somewhat daunting at the beginning. But I did see how most people simply stay subscribed for the long term because of all of those opportunities. And so here comes the deal. If you are unhappy with the content that comes with Premium, if you are dissatisfied, then I will refund you 100% if you message me in the first week. So you sign up, you watch all the videos, you download all the content you want, you check out the Telegram channels, etc. And if after 1 week you don't feel like you get adequate value out of this, then message me in Telegram or email me and you get all your money back. I will simply just refund you within Stripe. I'm that certain that it's really worth it. So there's really no downside for you. There's only upside for trying it out. I really wouldn't know a reason why you wouldn't just give it a shot. So looking forward to see you on Premium. Looking forward to see you in the Premium chats, in the Premium Telegrams. We discuss various opportunities over here. And of course, thanks for watching this video. Bye-bye.